Hello everyone, we are at the end of 2022. Well, almost. But I wanted to give you guys one more makeup look. You could wear this for New Year's, you could wear it for just chilling at the house, you can wear this for honestly any occasion. It does not matter. I pulled out a couple palettes that kind of have a chocolatey, honey type of feel. So I think that's what I'm gonna want to do for the eyes, but let's just go ahead and see what we create. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, let's get started. I've gone ahead and added some tape to the outer corners. This is really gonna help to get that sharp line that I'm going for with this makeup look. I also never mentioned this, but I use the, at least I think this is what it's called because it says it on the inner rim. It's the Micropore 3mm tape. It's pretty gentle on the skin and it doesn't really tug. So that's what I use, but go ahead, you can honestly use whatever, just be careful. Moving on to an eye primer, I'm gonna take the NYX Ultimate Base. This is in the shade Medium, and I like this one because it definitely gives that tacky feel, and I find that my shadow grips onto the eyelids without looking patchy. Okay, so I have three different palettes here. I have the Dose of Colors Baked Browns, the Juvia's Place Chocolates, and the Melt Gemini palette. This is excessive, okay? You really don't need to bring all this out, but I want to play around with my makeup. I feel like I just haven't really done that in a while, so I'm being extra today, but that's fine. Let's begin with a mixture of the shade Lorelei and Luna from the Gemini palette. So this is gonna be a nice light tan and a mustardy yellow. And I'm gonna begin working that back and forth into my crease. I'm gonna take this shadow pretty high up, not leaving that much left on my brow bone. This is something I usually do just because I'm not one to typically add a brow bone highlight, so I don't really care to leave that space blank. Moving on, I'm taking the shade Cupcake from the same Gemini palette, and I'm gonna take that shadow on the outer corner and begin to build up that deepness and smokiness. And I'm applying each shadow by holding the brush further back, because by doing this, it's gonna allow for a very seamless eye look, and you're just gonna see, like, it is gonna all come together and everything is gonna look very professional, okay? But honestly, if it feels uncomfortable, I totally get it. Like, it's something that I try to remember to do every single time I work on eyes, but sometimes it's just like a thing, right? You just like wanna get really tight grip, but that's just a little tip. I've mentioned it a few times, but if there's anyone new watching, there you go. I'm definitely gonna go back over it, but I don't want to go too heavy right from the jump because it's a lot harder to take back that shadow than it is to add more. So I always recommend doing a little less because you honestly can always add more. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep this right there for now and move on to the next shade. Let's go into the Dose of Colors palette and take the shade Cherry Wood. And I'm gonna place that right beside the lash shadow because I want to build that transition for the shimmers that we'll place on the lid. Pull that shadow to the inner corner of the eye because I want it to be a bit deeper. I'm gonna go ahead and add a shimmer to the inner corner and kind of gauge how that's looking against the rest of the shades we have and see what we need to add or whatever, maybe, okay? The shimmer, I'm gonna take this middle shade from the JUVIA'S palette, and I don't think I'm gonna cut the crease. If I were to do that, I would definitely have that shadow pop a lot more, but I don't know, I kind of like don't, like I want it to pop, but I don't want it to be that like, you know? That doesn't make any sense, okay? It's fine. I'm gonna take this little concealer brush because it's a flat brush and it's gonna really help to kind of like paint that product onto the eye. And since it is on the smaller side, I'm also gonna be given more precision. I'm gonna start by that inner corner and just work in small sections to bring that shadow onto the lid. Okay, next up I'm gonna take the NYX That's the Point eyeliner in Hella Fine. It is so tiny and it just makes creating a wing that much easier, and since I have the tape, this is gonna be easy peasy. Okay, well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm gonna start and create like a medium-sized wing. And I'm taking that just to the center of my lid. I'm not gonna go super thick with it because I am gonna go over it with a black shadow and smoke it out. So I want to give myself that wiggle room because I don't want the black to overpower the look. I just want it to add to the look. Dipping into the shade Bonnie from the Gemini palette, which is just a matte black. I'm gonna put that right on top of the liner. I'm gonna take the shade Just a Kiss from the DESIXKATY Dose of Colors palette. Okay, it's another palette. Again, just ignore everything I'm doing. I'm gonna take that on my finger and then pat it right on top. And this is just going to elevate the look a tiny bit more. It's not really going to alter the shade of the original shimmer. It's just going to give that effect of a more reflective eye. I am pretty pleased with how the eyes are looking right now, so I don't really want to touch them too much more. So I'm just going to remove the tape, maybe add a little more shadow in any areas that I feel needed. And then I'll come back and we can work on complexion. We are back, you guys. I didn't even have to touch up the eyes because I'm like so happy like right now. Okay, you know, it's like when you get a good eye look, it's a good feeling inside. We are gonna move on to the skin. So to prep it, I'm gonna take the Poreless Putty and the Power Grip Primer, both of which are from E.L.F. And the Putty Primer is going to be used in my T-zone to help smooth out that texture as much as possible, and the Power Grip is going to be used on the exterior because that's really going to help grip that foundation onto my skin and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Let's move on now to the base of the skin. I'm going to do a mix of the Camo CC Cream and the Glow Lust. I want it all today. I really do. This is definitely a favorite of mine for extreme radiance on my skin. I had to bring my puppy in here because she was misbehaving. So if you hear little pitter patters, that's her. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Then what I have been doing as of late is adding my liquid contour prior to concealer because I find that I use less concealer, which is great. So I'm going to take my MILANI contour and add that to any areas that I want to bring depth and dimension onto my skin. Next up for concealer, I picked up the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo because I've been out of this for a very long time and I was like, you know, I need it back in my life. And so I got it. I will say the shades of the camo concealers are kind of tricky. Like I have mine in medium peach and this one definitely looks like way more peach than I remember it, but like it's fine. I still love the formula and honestly it's really not a bad shade for myself. Like it works. And then to help bring a bit more contrast, I'm going to take the Juvia's Place concealer and add this to any areas that I want to highlight. Now to set the entire face, you guys know I had to bring back the Beauty Bakerie flour powder. I haven't used this one in a long time, but I need it in my life today. Let's go ahead and use the Juvia's Place bronzer duo and take just a mixture of both of those shades and work it on to create a really seamless bronze. Then for blush, I'm going to take the Keep It Peachy shade from Wet n Wild and add that onto my cheeks and just a tad on my nose. For highlight, I want something very impactful, so I'm going to take the shade Beam from the Beauty Bay highlighters. I'm going to add this onto my cheeks, down the bridge of the nose, and then on the chin, and just like a dash on the forehead. A dash? What am I talking about? I don't know. Okay. And actually, you know what? Let's use this same highlight on the inner corner of the eyes as well. Let's go ahead and use a gel liner for the waterline. So I am not going to add anything to the lower lash line because I'm honestly just liking this. So I need to clean up though because I kind of got crazy with that liner. But I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara and brows off camera. I'll like fix my hair and do all that as well. And then we can come back and take a final look at everything. And that'll be all. Okay guys, my puppy is still in here and I gave her a little toy to distract her. So again, apologies if you can hear the noises, but it is what it is, okay? This is the final makeup look. I always forget that I have to do my lips, and yeah, I went ahead and did that off camera. So I used a combination of the LA Girl Ultimate Lip Liner in Keep It Spicy, the Juvia's Place Lip Liner in Cola, which was actually the first time I've ever used a lip liner from them, and I am obsessed with this, okay? This is like it's the most beautiful brownie shade, and it just like added a little something more to the lips. It's exactly what I wanted. And then for the actual lip color, I took the shade Slip from the Merit lipsticks. I feel like this look is still giving you that wow factor. It's definitely glam and up there, and I just feel really confident in this. So very thrilled with how this turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. As always, thank you guys so incredibly much for watching this video. It really does mean everything to me. Like, it just makes me so happy. So thank you. And yeah, I am gonna definitely try to get one more video up this year. It should be my 2022 favorite, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, as always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.